Going out there, Talking Shit Tuesday. That's right, Talking Shit Tuesday, the show that probably the only live stream or the only Mustang or car related live stream that fucking matters. Let's be honest. Most of the guys that are on other live streams or podcasts barely know English, are dull and boring, and talk about shit that nobody cares about. On this episode, what we're going to talk about is the data log being half of the story. You're starting to see with especially the 24 Mustang with the Whipple kits that a lot of the shops that they data log whatever parameters the tune allows them to see. Unless you know the exact user or operating system identification, OSID, you don't know or you can't access all of the parameters the car is spitting out. If you've had a, let's say, HP tuners, a scanner software, and a Lund tune, and all of a sudden you go to log it and you're only able to log 2 or 3 things, but you're picking a bunch, but none of them are showing up. Unless you have the exact user ID or OS, the operating system ID for that vehicle's tune, you're not going to be able to see much. But what they are able to see, especially on the 24 Mustang, is, in my opinion, half of the story. When Alex sees a data log come in through the Lund ticket system, I open up the tune next to it. And the tune tells me what I want. The data log tells me what's happening. And I have to interpret what's happening in between, cause and effect. So today I'm going to talk about that the data log is only half of the story. Just because the car shows a good AFR value, shows that it's, even the fuel trims will fuck with you. Fuel trims and AFR value don't give you the whole story. I'll give you an example about Eric Vega. I'll give you an example about my 19 GT with the ESS kit. And then we'll show you that the data logs only tell you half the story, especially if you know what you're looking at. Also, what injectors come in these Whipple kits? Do these Whipple kits have 2020 GT500 Predator high flow injector? If that's the case, I will tell you what the duty cycle is on a GT500 at about 12 PSI. Let me see. Maybe 14 PSI. 13 or 14 PSI on a GT500 with port injection only. And you're going to be surprised as to what is the ceiling of these injectors unless you're just taking a booster pump and turning the wick up all the way. We'll get to that and many more things, but not before Mr. Bill O'Reilly says hello to the people here.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
It does suck. PMAS, Nick James, PMAS. His last name is not James. It's like Wallamacott. It's like a Willy Wonka-macott. It's like a weird name. PMAS. DNAPperformance.com. Get your fuel systems, wheels, tires, injectors, you name it. Whipple kits. DNAPperformance.com and PMAS kits because they're now a dealer. PartFarm.com. Get your used Roush kits, heat exchangers that are not damaged, wheels, tires, interiors, used parts, not a junkyard. Call it a used parts specialist. PartFarm.com. To AutoSolutions, Ramy's on from To AutoSolutions. Thank you very much for being a sponsor. Calamar Transmission, CalamarTransmission.com. Calamar Transmission, send him another customer. Everyone that has a Trans Heyo should go to Calamar Transmission. Bellac Industries, the best truck dealer wheels, the best wheels on the planet. I'm selling my Fox body wheels. Buy them so I can get some nice hush money wheels. And MFP of Australia, MFP Main Force Performance. Thank you so much for hanging in there with the kid and making sure that we get the people some crank supports. Let's say hi to the people, then we'll talk a little bit for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll get your questions, comments, and concerns. Coyote Fury, Nick, Deuce Diddy, Anthony, Wonderborn Archer, B. Levesh, 2000 MCR, Gabe Esquivel, Wesley Stewart in 2000 MCR were the first ones to say hello. Joe Swish, 9540, Keenan 3GT, Andy Ali, Joe Jackson, Travis, Black Cat, Maki Mock, Jared Wells. We got your car running good, hopefully. The fuel system seems to be coming around. D-Rock Fox, 2 J's and 5 O's or 50s. All hail the Amory. Bryson Witt, Dixon, Triller, GTO, Kilometers, Paul Ponthieu, Nardi Mercado, the newest mod, T.J. Sikorsky, Ken Phillips, Clint Stroke, Christian Duran, Valley 10-Speed, good morning, Tyler Phelps, Yank Done It, ATX Cobra, Sam Morales, Mike S. Boxy Luxury, Ant 19 Coyote, Rodrigo Bonilla, Droopy Huevos, Greg Garage Build Coyote, Roman Tijerina, Dustin Garrison, Bryson with the Fish, 101 RTR, Manuel Amador, that means lover in Spanish, Kilometers again, It's Oh Man, Gregory Ovich, Brandon B, It's Oh Man, Car Life, and Anthony Riestra, Elva Galarga, El Verga Larga, Juan Salinas, Phil Fez, Michael Laux, Built Boosted, Jared, Peter Chow, Yank Done It, Car Life, Anthony, Revit Racing, Rican Frevo, Abel, Kilometers, Nardi Mercado, Sopla Pote, DNA High Performance, and all the usual suspects that say everything here. So, if you guys remember a while back, on my 19 GT, I ended up having a ESS kit that I went from a 120 millimeter pulley to a 110 millimeter pulley on the same tune, and it with Sunoco 260 GT, and it made more power. But what happened after I looked at the data log and I have access to all the parameters of this vehicle? Again, Lund tune, ESS kit, ID 1050X's, stock fuel pump with a BAP. Okay, I have bigger injectors than I think the Whipple kits come with now, and a BAP. And Sunoco 260. And the car started showing fuel pressure issues right here. Remember when I said, this thing is dropping to about 40 PSI? I am not stupid enough to run it out the back and potentially hurt it because I see the trend of the fuel pressure dropping. If I was only looking at AFR, I would have said, I got plenty of fuel. Let me pull it down. If I was only looking at short trims, I would say, hey, this thing is trimming great, not spiking at all, because it has a fuel rail pressure sensor. It would not spike with a fuel rail pressure sensor.
5148 PSI, we're out.
Boom. Fuel pressure, ABS. So basically, my low pressure fuel pump is this PID, and it dropped off the face of the earth, and I said, it's not a good idea to keep ragging this thing out, because what could happen is it can give out. So on the 120 millimeter pulley, which is basically 10 or 11 PSI, on Sunoco 260 GT and about 19 degrees of timing, it ended up making 739. And on the same tune, just with a pulley change, it made 795. So imagine if I was able to have a 100 millimeter pulley on there. It probably would have made 830, 840, because it was doing about 50 horsepower per pulley change. So from a 110 to a 100, it would have been about 50 horse, because it was about 50 horse from a 120 to a 110. But I wasn't crazy enough to gamble and go, well, I'm looking at the data, and, in my opinion, it's looking like I'm running out of fuel system, and I don't really need to test this thing out in such a way because I'm going to be out of fuel system. I said I'll eventually test it out later on. And I remember I had popped the motor already. This was a brand new motor on this car. So I really wasn't about to go out there and get after it. 2024 Mustangs. Do you have access to all of the logging parameters? No. Do you have access to all of the tuning? I'm not saying Whipple. I'm saying shops, regular fly-by-night shops or regular shops in general that say, AFR looks good, so let's just pulley down and make more power. Now, if the car makes the power, but fuel pressure is dropping off a cliff, are you hurting that car? What are you talking about, Alex? It made a whole bunch of power. Case in point, Eric Vega. Eric Vega went 9.4 with an ESS kit at 147 mile an hour. He's out of fuel system. But Alex, I don't understand. How can Eric Vega run a really good number and be out of fuel system? Not out of fuel system like the capacity, but he was down a pump, or there was a fuse messed up in the FC3 controller. He opened it up and one of the fuses was bad. So it was only providing power to one or maybe two pumps. I think he has a triple pump system in it. So on one or potentially two pumps, he was running out of fuel system up top. But the AFRs and the fuel trims, if he had limited access to the data logging, he would have been like, got plenty of fuel. What's the big deal? It went 147. It's making power. It made 800. It's making power. It made 850. It's making power. It went 99. It's making power. But is it trending to a dangerous spot? Remember, when I tell you that this thing is constantly chasing itself all the time, what that means is this. When it samples the air-fuel ratio, if it detects something out of the ordinary and lean, now the computer has to command either a wider pulse width or a fuel trim raise, or a rise in fuel trim on Gen 2. But since it has a fuel pressure sensor, I suspect on the new architecture that it modulates the pulse width based on fuel rail pressure, to the point where it just tries to compensate to the air fuel value versus what it's commanded to do. And it's chasing. That's not to say it won't make power. That's not to say that the limited data logging you can see doesn't look off. If you don't have access to every single parameter that is responsible for this engine, you are seeing a quarter, an eighth, half, or a tenth of the story. Now, does anyone know here exactly? Lean is mean. Thank you very much. And look at Eric Vega. Thank you for verifying. Correct. I'm on a double pump though. One pump, fuse blown, y se fue. Ya se fue. So he was on one pump, E85. I think ID 1300s or 1050Xs or FIC 1000Hs. 9.4, 147. Lean as fuck, but it ran the number. So y'all motherfuckers are out there looking at this 24 stuff in the shops that have limited data logging access and going, it's making power. Well, Eric Vega was making power, right? Eric Vega was making power and he was in the danger zone. He was ridiculously in the danger zone and very close to having a problem of living in the danger zone. But luckily, he sent logs in and the car ran the number and we were like, hey, look, you got to look at your fuel system. He checked it out. He is now in the middle of fixing it. FIC 1440s. Thank you very much. Eric Vega has FIC 1440s, which probably saved his ass. One pump, 9.7 at 147, 9.4 at 147, and it was almost out. So these shops don't see what we see. We have the tune and full logging capabilities. Now tell me, guys, what injector, anyone on this chat, what injector comes in the 2024 Gen 6 Whipple kits? If I was to guess, it would be the ones that come in the GT500s, because I don't think they can put D-Torx 95s in there. I don't think they can put ID1000s or 1050Xs. It has to be something OEM quality, high pressure, and something that is carb compliant. And that is a 2020 GT500 injector. So let's talk about duty cycle. What do you think the duty cycle is on a 20 GT500 that made 781 horsepower to the rear wheel? Tell me, what is the duty cycle? Meaning, how much headroom you got? So at what point do you start to go, shit, I might need an injector. I might need a bigger injector in there. But guess what? You can't. There's no aftermarket tuning. So you're going to be capped to a certain power level. Take a wild guess what the injector duty cycle is on a 2020 GT500 that made about 780 wheel. Ken Phillips, you got it. 92%. Think about that. On a GT500 with Predator injectors, it is 92% injector duty cycle. Now, the DI is helping. The DI is helping bleed off some of that capacity or bleed off some of that injector duty cycle. But now you install, or now you stupid sons of bitches put E30 in there. E30 now raises the injector duty cycle because it's a less dense fuel. So now, if you're at 92% injector duty cycle on a 2020 GT500 at only 782 rear wheel horsepower, how in terms of duty cycle, do you think an E30 800 plus horsepower car is seeing? 110, injector wide open, never pulsing, just wide open. AFRs look good. AFRs look good. Fuel trims look good. What's the injector duty cycle with E30 and 14 pounds of boost? Again, the reason I bring this up is to educate. I know you guys are going to think I'm haters. No, this is what they're not telling you. Nobody is telling you this stuff. Why would a shop ever go down that path of telling you, well, with E30, we're already at 100% duty cycle or 90% duty cycle. I don't think it's a good idea to shove E30 in the boosted car at 14 PSI or 3.6 pulley because I don't want to run the risk of running out of fuel system. So what they'll do is this. They'll say, well, buy a JMS BAB and turn it up to 22 volts. Do you know what a booster pump does to a fuel pump when you do that? Shortens the life. Not detrimentally. But I would never ride around at 20 volts on a stock OEM fuel pump and think things are Gucci. So when these shops are telling you E30's fine, this thing went 9s, it's not a big deal. And then I tell you a GT500 at 780 wheel is at 92% duty cycle because we have the data. And now then E30 3.6 pulley upper 2020 GT500 injected Whipple kit is probably going to be closer to 100% duty cycle. What is fuel rail pressure? What is injector duty cycle? Can you log those parameters? If you cannot, and you're only going by short-term fuel trims and AFR, you're only seeing half the story. Also, I wanted to mention something that's happening on the backside. Heyo. So, a person in my position who has access to Lund racing is met with a lot of people that want to push a product, get on my good side or whatever. And the reason I don't do that specifically is because it looks like they're trying to gain the favor of Lund Racing through me. And I have to be protective of that. This is why. In the past, I have co-signed on injectors. In the past, I have put injectors in my car and vetted them and then said they're good. But then a lot of the customers had some startup issues, hot restart issues, drivability issues. And I said, shit, that's stupid for me to try to shout out a part that Lund Racing could be on the hook for. So recently, a fuel system person had reached out to me. He was on the Street Alpha podcast. Nice guy, seems like. And he's a fuel system guy. And he's like, hey, I'd love to get you away from 4 Innovations and see what we can do. And nothing against him. 4 Innovations has never failed me, period. Eric Vega had a fuse blow. But the fuel system itself, I've never seen issues with. So if somebody wants to introduce a fuel system to the market, I welcome that. Go through shops. That's right. You're going to go through shops. The shops are going to have to take on that responsibility of vetting that product. The shop on their shop car is going to say, well, the only reason we're going to fuck with this kit is if we get a good margin. Because if we don't get a good margin on this kit, then it really doesn't matter, right? Because if I make $2 on the kit, why the hell am I going to push it? So the shop is what you're going to have to go after. Not a guy who works for the company and you're trying to say, vet the part, get the Lund Racing stamp of approval, and I'm going to be good after that. Can't do that. I'm sorry. I cannot accept any newcomers to the game that want to make a scene in the Mustang community. You're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Buy a car like I did and vet the product like I do. I buy a car, install it, have Lund tune it, see what the data looks like, and if it's favorable, then you are going to have to sell it to shops and market it properly, and there has to be meat on the bone because, let's be honest, shops are about making money. So a lot of people reach out to me on Instagram and Facebook wanting me to talk to this guy, talk to that guy, and that's fine. I'm willing to talk to him. But what I'm not willing to do is try to be basically told, this is better than 4 Innovations, when I have literally never seen an issue with any 4 Innovations product hardware. It's actually been the tried and true fuel system for everything Coyote since the Coyote came out. So I understand you're trying to make a splash the old-fashioned way, go through a shop, vet it that way, buy the vehicle if you have to, install it yourself on your own vehicle, vet it, make sure it has good margin, make sure there's meat on the bone for shops to make money, and then I'm sure Lund Racing will tune it if the product seems good. Let's just leave it out there. Exactly, like Calimer. Calimer was like, bro, here you go, try it, worked great. Kong, here you go, try it, worked great. But Calimer's a transmission, no roll tuning required except for gear ratio, and Kong is porting. That's it. Bro, shops don't want to hear this. They're just going to say that you're hating. I guarantee we're going to start seeing popped engines. Brian Brown, if shops are listening to me, listen, shops, I love you. You think I don't know as much as you do? You think I'm misinformed about this? Okay, that's fine. If you don't think what I'm doing here is trying to look out for the customer, fuck you. Like, I don't give 2 shits about the shop. What I care about is the customer. If the customer is well informed, and if the customer asks the questions that I pose on this podcast / live stream, and they're more informed than the shop, and the shop goes, Again, guys, if you hear something on this chat, it comes from all of my combined experience in the Coyote game. And I work for the company that tunes the highest volume Coyote cars on the planet. I have seen more than most shops. I have tuned cars on a dyno more than most people I know. I literally tuned cars on a dyno for years and years. That's all I did. And I saw different combos, how they felt, how they fared, how they data logged, how they moved, how much power they made. That's why I'm able to drop some knowledge on you guys. So if you go out there and you have a 24 Mustang and you buy a Whipple kit and the shop is convincing you with a 3.6 pulley and E30, it's going to be fine, ask them what the injector duty cycle is. Ask them what the fuel rod pressure is. Please, I don't care about the shop. I don't give two shits about the shop. I care about the customer who's going to be holding the bag with a potentially hurt car if they don't get all the info that they're owed. Not really sure where you can improve the fuel system. I think it's the gentleman reached out to me. He seemed very respectful, very nice. But he was like, oh, it's going to get you away from that fuel system. I'm sorry. I've never had an issue with the fuel system. Literally never. Maybe yours is engineered better. Maybe yours looks better. You want to hear something funny? That shit don't matter in America. You know what matters in America? How much it costs and how it performs. So if you have a 4 Innovations fuel system, level 2, 285 pumps, dash 8 lines, 2 regulators and rails, and it costs you out the door $2,200 plus tax $2,300. Boom. And you have a system that flows the exact same, but it has a better hat, nicer venturi, a nicer feed, a bucket, all this stuff. But at the end of the day, the performance is exactly the same as the 4 Innovations fuel system, but it costs $200 more. Guess which one people are going to buy? Number one, shops are going to buy the one that have the most margin built into the price. The end user, the customer, is going to buy the one that costs the least. Guys, you know how many Siley fuel systems are out there? And I don't name names, but at this point, I don't give two shits. Lethal performance fuel systems. You know how many people are out there? When all I say is 4. People still buy the other shit. And then they go, oh, I got a relay messed up. No shit, huh? Oh, I got this messed up. Oh, well, the wires are hot and little. Oh, okay, cool. Why didn't you get a 4 Innovations fuel system? And then they go, fuck it. They buy a 4 Innovations fuel system. They ask me, Alex, what do I need to do? Nothing. Reset the pressures. Same tune. Go. Oh my God, Alex. No issues. Relays there's no relay to fuck with. Plug and play harness. Really tidy and neat underneath. It looks great. I should have listened to you the first time. So again, people that are coming into this market understand that the Americans care about the margin and the price more than the quality of the unit. Look at, I'm trying to think of a part that is the best quality but doesn't sell the most. MFP of Australia makes pretty ridiculously beautiful drive kits. It's a little pricier. It's a lot pricier, but it is superior in every way. People tend to go, well, I don't need all that fancy shit. I'll just stick to the stock stuff and just keep throwing rib kits and hasty brackets and VMP brackets and all this other dumb shit on there, when they can just buy this whole beautiful drive kit from MFP once and never have issues. People go, I don't need all that billet shit. I just want to get what I can get, go as fast as... The reason On3 kits exist is because of cheap motherfucker. My 4 fuel system has been fantastic, says Nick Santarpia. Shops looking out for the customer? What's that, says Jason Rivera. Dear Alex, ensuring the customer is taken care of, especially when the customer is well informed. And this is why. My job is not to look out for shops. I have literally gotten into, not altercations, because please. I've gotten into arguments with shops because I'm like, you know the deal. Like, we have spoken many times. Why do you need to be reminded 15 times about this? It's because a sale needs to be made. See, a lot of these shops usually get the customer because of the price. So now the shops are, tight about it, and they're like, shit, we got this job because we were the cheapest. So now we have to do our best to be super dialed in so we don't have to have any variables. So instead of getting the really nice fuel lines, you'll get the cheaper fuel lines. You'll get a different bracket. You'll zip tie some stuff together instead of some nice hose clamps. And then you'll just kind of make it work. And then I start asking questions. What fuel system is this? Oh, it's a it's a lethal. And I'm like, bro, you know what works, right? Yeah, but the customer didn't want to pay that much. Or did you not want to provide him the best kit? I think Ford Innovations and MFP are sort of in the same camp. There are fuel systems out there that'll do the same thing Ford will do, except you have to pretty much have a whole fucking bunch of wire tucked under the seat and relays popping every fucking a couple of months, and you got to check them all the time. But when they're working, it'll provide enough fuel than a Ford system. But the Ford system is more expensive, has a nicer hat, nice FC3, FC2 controller, really nice bracketry, really nice regulators. Everything looks really good. And that's where usually people cheap out, when that should be where they should spend the most amount of money. Victor Stardone says, showing up late. I'm cheap, motherfucker. I feel a tax to smash it devour. Have you heard about the YouTuber trying to make 1,000 on an S650 sponsored by Lethal? Commented he had tune to get him to 1,000. I don't know how he has a tune to get him to 1,000. Because they are not supposed to custom tune if you have a car BO number. Do you have a 1050X injector in there? Do you have an FIC 1000? Do you have an ID 1300? Because to make 1,000 wheel, it's about 1100, 1150 crank. So that's about a 3.2 pulley with a 20% or some shit. And the 85. Or are you going to run it on Sunoco 260 or C16? And the leaded nature of the C16 fuck up the O2s. Guys, I'm telling you, this car is what I was afraid would happen if future cars were locked. This is actually a really good thing that's happening, okay? Now you see what the world looks like without Lund Racing. Now you see it. Here it is. Did you ever wonder what would happen if Lund Racing wasn't tuning these cars? E30 mixes, shenanigans, dumb shit, people cutting cats off and telling you they're cutting cats off or removing the cats, right? So Ford made the deal. They said, okay, we're going to lock it down, only provide it to Whipple for now. Maybe in the future, Roush will get their hands on it. So now you see the world without Lund. They say, I'm misinforming. I'm misinforming? You're telling people E30 is okay on a boosted car. I'm misinforming? Because it's just more octane. Really? It's not stressing out the fuel system more? It's not? Okay. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about then. Malaise Era 2.0. Hey, Alex. I just bought LRX and an E852 for the 18T. Excited to get that Lund sauce. That's weird. Look at the shop's personal car. That should tell you everything you need to know. Only wish my Ford fuel system had a bucket, though. Nardi, yeah, that's the thing that this new company that reached out to me said that they have over the fuel system. And at the end of the day, I understand it, but this is my fear. If you're relying on a bucket system that is like stock, that has a little hose that goes to the other side of the saddle and picks up fuel from both sides, how quickly can you drain that bucket with 3 285s at full song at 1300, 1400, 1500 wheel? We have so many customers like that have been in the 8s, bottom 8s, high 7s. We actually have a lot of them. So imagine there's a fuel system out there that up to 1200, not really going to drain that bucket out. That siphoning tube isn't really going to collapse in on itself from sucking from the other side of the saddle. I don't like the selling point of something being, you can run it really low on fuel and it'll be fine. How the fuck is that a selling point? Well, you're lighter, Alex. Okay, then get a fuel cell. Are we racing or are we fucking around? So I commend the effort. I'm not going to go out of my way to shout out the part. Go through a shop. Let the shop do the vetting. Or do it yourself. Contact Lund. Tell them you have this fuel system. Tell them you're making 1200 wheel with a built motor. Everything. See, that's my gripe. Brian Brown says, keep giving us oh shit, this thing is all fucked up. Let me see if I can fix the live chat. Can I make it like 600, 400? 400. Oh no, that made it worse. Jesus Christ. So is it maybe 1,000 and maybe 600? Hey, there we go. So this is my gripe with people that come out with parts. They say, hey, we got this part. I want you to test it. Well, why don't you test it? Why don't you build a car that makes 1,500? You put your fuel system in that car. You take it out to the track and race it and say, look, my personal 1,500 horsepower Coyote Mustang with my fuel system has no ill effects. This is good up to this point. Now, they go, hey, here are my parts. Here, put it on your $100,000 build and we'll see how it goes. The fuck we are? The fuck I am? No, thank you. It's like giving someone a converter that you've never had dealings with. And you say, try this converter. And you smoke it in 2 passes. Could have hurt my trans. Could have hurt my motor. Could have oiled down the track and I could have had issues. Is it worth just that? Or why don't these companies build their own cars, their own test mules, and test those parts on their own cars? That's my issue, in my opinion. Wouldn't you get cavitation with a bucket? 325s need a scientific test. Exactly, Dad. Dad, this is what I'm saying. I don't want to, let's say, for example, my GT500 and, oh, baby, did I get news on the bottom end of the, wait until I get the autopsy report, guys. We're gonna have an hour and a half special just going over it. I thought the issue was in the valve train, which it was, but the bottom end, I am so happy I sent it to L&M. They gave me a preliminary report. Oh, 5,000? Nah, you're giving me 10. You're giving me 10. You're giving me all of it back. Everything minus the piston cost. That's what I want. Boost generates heat. Heat gets the cats cooking. Not enough fuel system to cool the cats. Causes them to melt. Melt the cats are corking the exhaust. Boost and cork. Something's got to pop. I run everything you hate on my car. Pro Charger. Lethal performance triple pump system with 0 issues. No crank snapping. Okay. Yet. When parts manufacturers use their customers for R&D, exactly, Anthony. The GT500 Saga is just going to keep paying for itself. I'll have a dedicated episode to that shit. I'll have them send me pictures. I'll have them send me, bro. Guys at L&M, do me a favor. Take all the photos of all the shit you told me about today. Get an autopsy report. This motherfucker might need a whole new fucking bottom end, bro. No, I'm not going to spill the beans until I know exactly what's happening. I got a preliminary report. Hey, wonderful RTR. Thank you very much. Goddamn, more drama. Give us a sneak peek. No, I don't have any pictures, but they gave me a preliminary report, and it does not look good. Oh, nothing I did. Must have been something you did. Oh, yeah, me cruising for 200 miles and then doing 3 watt hits on the dyno caused that? Well, it must have been like that before. Then why the fuck didn't you fix it? Don't get me started. Oh, yeah, bearings are shot, dude. Bearings are shot on 200 fucking miles. What the fuck? Not me. Definitely not me. Oh, it was me when I put the motor in. Yeah, I put the motor in and I caused all that shit to happen. Bro, over. Fuck that shit. Can't wait to hear this report. Jerry Bean, read the room. Read the fucking room, please. Jerry Bean, read the room. Racer X blocked me because his Dodge Demon blew up, and I asked him how twin turbo lasted longer than the last. How his twin turbo lasted longer than the drag track. He got mad and blocked me. Man during his live. Oh, I don't know what's happening. Reused bearings. I don't know. Enormous Tits says, how is KR so fast but can't build an engine to save his life unless it was intentional? No, I think he farms a lot of shit out. I'll be honest. I think he farms a lot of shit out, takes some measurements and says good. But in order for you to have proper building motor R&D or QC, you should have all the machinery there with you. Not farm it out to some guy, trust that guy does all the work, and you take a couple of measurements and think everything's Gucci. Nah, stop all that. Because how the fuck can this other machine shop, figure out something within seconds that the other place didn't. I'm blown away by that. I bet that 12.7 for the GT500 bottom end had so much drag in it that the starter could barely turn it over. Some of you guys even know what preliminary means? No, they don't. That's racing, says Narni Mercado. That's racing is right. And Man of War, thank you for the money. DeWalt got a hella torque main caps. Amazing. Wow, that trash engine builder. Absolutely. I remember saying bearings look bad. Yeah, one of you said the bearings look bad. I'm like, no, that's normal. That's normal. But that was the optimistic me trying to be like, there's no fucking way a 200-mile bottom end. Yeah, the crank was used. But don't I send it to you so you could do everything? And this is what they're probably thinking. You didn't tell me to check that. I have to tell you what to check? I thought you're the fucking motor builder. Bro, stop it. Stop it. I feel there's a little anger and incompetence with the engine builder. Bro, you even broke it in and used the oil Breadman told you to use. Exactly. Some $150 fucking oil. Fucking trash. This bitch had $550 for 4 years. No problem. Now I gotta use this $150 fucking oil. Shit sucked. Late night working tonight. Defrosting an industrial freezer here in South Florida. Bearing shot at 200 miles. That's racing. It's the DeWalt torque wrench. 3 years and 900 horsepower. So far, so good. Okay. It's not like we have a bunch of data that tells you probably drive it once a year. You probably drive it once. What do you say here? Hey, nitrous and bias ply. Don't tell my mods to cool it. They'll fucking get rid of your shit. Like if you do, you're one of those guys that double dips. We saw you on the list. Stop it. Bro, Alex could have done better in his 1-1 apartment garage. 3 garages now. I have 3 garages now. KR must have started with a bad Delta. That's racing. No, I'm not talking about TKM. I'm not. Why the hell do you get TKM out of this? Time means nothing, Louise. How about mileage on the setup? Seeing that guy on the podcast, he looks like... Stop. I want to get back on this data shit. But yeah, the GT500 stuff, I was pissed. Then I was happy that they're able to see something. But then I see the price of the parts that I might have to replace. Guys, another $5,000 just in parts. Like, what the fuck am I doing? I should just stick a Coyote in this thing and be done with it. A stock Gen 3 Coyote, DI delete, lock the cams, 20 pounds of boost. There's my 8-second pass. No, I'm here fucking around with a piece of shit 4-valve junk non-Coyote piece of garbage. Fuck that thing. The math isn't mathing when you have to tell the shop what to check. Class action lawsuit already stated on the Demon 170. What do you mean? Stop it. Because of your poor situation, I will cry once and buy an illuminator regardless of how cheap the local shops say they can build the same for less. Do they have a shop set up like FFRE? Now, I have given a lot of people advice. So, okay, we're off on motor building. So, if you're going to buy, okay, let's say you have a local shop and the shop says, I can build you a forged Coyote short block for $6,000. Hold on. Crate engines. Coyote. How about short block? Let me see. Illuminator short. Because I was talking about this with Eric Vega. So, a Gen 3 Illuminator short block. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to CJ Pony Parts. Fuck it. So a Gen 3 Illuminator short block, 12-to-1 compression from CJ Pony Parts, short block. Forget the fact that they have the picture of just a block. It says short block, meaning forged rotating assembly, hand assembled, for performance, manly rods, molly pistons, 12-to-1 compression, compatible with 350 cylinder heads, $5,649. So if your shop says, I can build you a Gen 2 or Gen 1 bottom end forged, and it's anywhere in the $5,000 ballpark, buy a Ford Racing Illuminator, please. Fuck that, Michael Merck. Fuck that. You buy an Illuminator. Ford performance shit. I don't know why anyone would buy anything else. And guys, I am getting this fucking close because I have a 3-2-1 with locked cams in my garage sitting there. And I'm about to say, I'll get a Department of Boost kit, run the 2650 for GT500 on it, use the GT500 computer to run that shit because it's locked cams. They don't know no different. I just have to have maybe triggering the crank sensor differently. But I'm telling you, I'm at the point where I'm like, if this motor build is going to cost me another $7,000 or $8,000, that would be a $20,000 total investment in a motor that was already built. It's crazy stuff. My brother-in-law needs a 5.8 for his car, and that's what I found out how expensive those sons of bitches are. I tell you the price quick, 6,500 ship. There you go. I rebuilt my own Coyote, so if it pops, I can only it myself. So with Lund and build, Wonder Bread mess, you're probably 25, 30 into that build. Okay, I don't know. If I have to replace the parts that I have to replace, 20, at least 20 into it. Oh, it's crazy. Wasted time. Your hourly rate should be the top of mind when you're building something, boys. Illuminator, all the fun. Sam 50 has an illuminator. He has beaten the shit out of that motor. I said, give me a watt pull. I think one day he sent in 10 watt pull data logs. That bitch was like, oh, give me more. Whoa, 20 pounds of boot. Come on, let's go. That's like 1,000 wheel on that shit. Over and over and over. Chilling. And you guys are out there having local shops build you a short block for $6,300 when you can buy a brand spanking new 12-to-1 compression illuminator for under $6. Stop it. Coyote swap it. Yeah, but the problem is this. I want to sell that car. But this is what I could do. I could sell the heads. I could sell the block. I could sell a lot and recoup some of the money if the L&M price is out of. Again, I can afford it, but god damn it, I'm just gonna have something that, in my opinion, is inferior to a well-built Coyote. Like if I shoved an illuminator in my GT500, GT350 heads, 2650 Department of Boost lower, vaya con Dios, that bitch is gonna fucking go 8s. But people are gonna open the hood and go, it's not a 5.8 Trinity in a GT500. It's a Coyote in a GT500. Is it worth less? Probably. I'll say, hey, here's the engine in a box. Or I'll probably build the Trinity motor and probably sell it. I don't know. Illuminator can take a pounding. Hey, yo. What's good, deal? Finna catch a replay. Look at that. Sam 50 is shoving 24 pounds of boost through an illuminator. If it pops today, you don't owe him nothing. He's been having that for a while. 10R80 Sergio says, I'm planning to get an illuminator once this SBE lets go. Illuminator motor is the truth. Put a Ford GT engine in it. He wouldn't get near a car tuned by... Stop it. Don't care. That S197 had an illuminator in the Grey Goose video was badass. Correct. I forget his name. It's a 4-year-old build. This gentleman has a Gen 1 4R200 transmission, illuminator, 2650 on E85 running 850s for 4 fucking years. Okay? Not refreshed every summer, this and that. 4 years. That thing, I would buy it if it's a drag car only though. It's not a street car. He's got like manual steering and no ABS, and it's not a street car to me. It's a race car at this point. Jared Wells says, I'm just happy they got my shit figured out. Hopefully get switched over for E85 this week. Yes, we're ready. If the fuel trims come back good, Jared, we are ready to go E85. Who's got some 1012 mufflers for my S197 I can buy? I do. I got some 1012 mufflers, but I'm going to try them on mine because I'm not a big fan of the MagnaFlows right now. Michael Locke says, abandon ship, sell it as a roller, wash your hands. I would love to sell that car as a roller. Got a T56. I got a badass $10,000 T56 laying there. I got a supercar heads that were just done by a shop up there somewhere. I'm not going to name names. And if L&M comes back and we rebuilt the short block, I might be like, bro, you want this car in pieces? Give me 45 or 50 and it's gone. Gone. Bro. Gone. See you later. Illuminator's a Meek Mill of motors. You keep the Shelby motor in the Shelby, the Coyote in the regular Mustang. Yeah, I know. I know. That's just how it is. And it has to be supercharged. Because if you're ever going to sell it and make it, let's say, a street car again, put a diff in it, put some nice wheels on it, put the AC back in it, put a synchro transmission in it, keep it at 800 wheel. That's a nice car. That's a really nice car. Could you tune a Voodoo swap in a Gen 3 S550 with Motec? You can tune anything with Motec, Ali. Anything. So at the end of the day, Motec, in theory, you can tune a Gen 3 motor, flip a switch, and put a 6R80 in it. If they map it properly. So if you have a GT350 Voodoo, hell, you could tune a Gen 3. Wait. Voodoo swapping a Gen 3 S550. Wait, no. Okay, let's talk about that. DI delete, timing, yeah, injector mapping, and I don't even think you need a Motec, to be honest with you, Ali. I think you could do it with a TC298. DI delete, firing order, injector mapping in the harness. I don't see why not. The cams, that's the problem. Are we locking the cams? Because the cams are not able to be controlled. Anthony Costello has the best Illuminator build. He's gone 8 stick shift with his S197. Yeah, Illuminator is meek build. Take a pounding. Said that already. I know if anything happens on my ESS G3, Illuminator, it is. Easy decision. This is what I tell people. Under 1,000 horsepower, Illuminator. Over that, FFRE. Call Real Street. Say, give me your Gen 3, whatever, stage 3. Get that shit in and be done with it. And that thing's going to last you a while. There's been cars that have gotten 6-second time slips with like a stage 3 build, which is like not the 5.2. It's like the regular Gen 3 block. And according to Joe Irwin, they haven't busted a Gen 3 block at all. That's why when I see... Stop, Alex. Stop. Nardi Mercado says, damn, I remember how happy you were when you got the GT500. Sounds like it's just been a nightmare. Ever since I got the GT500, it's been the worst purchase of my life. That GT500 has been the absolute bane of my existence. It's just been a money pit. It's never done what I thought it would do. I wanted it to be a competitive race car that runs low eights, and it did that once. Then it lived in the 830, 840 zone, slowed down. And I'm just like, bro, now it's a battle of attrition. Remember, guys, you guys wonder why I quit on some projects. This is why. I'm going through it right now with a $60,000 car that's now a paperweight. And then a motor build that cost $12,700. That was shit. And now another motor build that's going to cost me more money, and we hope it comes out okay. You understand? Sometimes you gotta fucking quit. There is no, keep pounding your head in. That is so stupid. If somebody says, Alex, I'll give you $50 for all your parts on the car, bye. Cash. No creative assistance. No. And don't ask me why. You just can't. He says, can I run 85 on a Whippled Coyote with 38-pound injectors, Deekworks 4, and a BAP? No. 2 pounds of boost. 2 pounds of boost. 2 pounds of boost. Ran across some TikTokers that keep on quoting you after they did the podcast, after you did that podcast. Yeah. Alex, someone jinxed it when you got it. Yeah. I think what happened was this. Hold on. The guy that owned it first, named Brian Garber, he raced it down here, did a lot of garage racing. The car was quick. The second guy that owned it knew nothing about cars. And he tried driving it long distances to Cars and Coffee and probably tried some street races, probably bounced it off the rev limiter a couple of times, left it outside just rotting away, brought it to a track one day. I ran an 8.1 in it, and I'm like, wow, this thing's mint. But then it just sat and rotted away again. So who knows what happened? But by the time I got it, it wasn't what it was when Brian Garber had it. I couldn't afford to do anything to the car. It didn't get me any clout. It didn't get me any likes. Yes, a lot of people saw the videos and liked how the car sounds fantastic. It does all the right stuff. But I think the second owner probably was in over his head, did some stuff with it they shouldn't have, because that car's just a drag car. And by the time I got it, it was ragged out. So then a cam gear broke. Remember, guys, a cam gear broke? That's what caused the valve train issue. A cam gear broke, which broke the chain. And then a whole bunch of shit has been happening for a whole year since. So if I give up on a project, guys, it's not because I gave up. It's because I'm smart and I'm not stupid enough to spend another 60 into it. I'm close, though. I'm getting close. It's like a marriage. Call it quits. Cut your losses. This is why racers are broke as fuck. Exactly. Because they gotta win. No. If I can get away with saving some of the parts in the motor right now, get it back, and the full rebuild costs under $5,000, and I could, me and Senior can, well, Senior will assemble it. I'll just hand him wrenches. And I can get it in the car, run a number, make it 1100, run an 8. I'll pull it down to like fucking 800 horsepower and sell it. Just get it out of my life. But what's going to happen is people are going to want support. Well, tell me about this. Tell me, fuck you. Here. The moment you buy it, it's yours. Don't ever talk to me again. They're not going to want that. So I'm going to try to get what I can out of it. I'll go out there and go to car shows and get a diff in it, get a synchro trans in it, put the AC back in it. You know, waste my fucking life. Impressive. Are you going to pull it down to the 2.4 at all? The 2.4. It's already got the 2.4. Oh, you're talking to Sam 5.0. Got it. Can you improve the GT500 at all, Alex? Yes, absolutely. I can improve it. But that's what I'm attempting to do. Better pistons, better cams. You know, all I want to make is 1100 wheel stick, and it should run an 8, no problem. But that's if the rear end doesn't blow up, if the trans doesn't blow up, if the drive shaft doesn't blow up and take out chunks with it, who knows? Kilometer says, you tuned my 11 GT500. I was talking to you about the anti-squat plotting ticket system. What's up? Just Kilometers. Yeah. I'll probably use, well, I think I don't have my car set up for heavy anti-squat. If you see how the car launches, it actually gets up and does a wheelie. There's not a lot of anti-squat on my car, but for a stick shift car, it's going to have to change, I'm sure. What all would be required? Run a Coyote on a 14 GT500. Well, I think you're going to have to trigger. Honestly, you might have to change the control pack. You might have to do like a Gen 2 control pack. You know what I mean? Like, it's a swap at that point. So just run a control pack, like a manual Coyote control pack to it, and then swap the computer to a Coyote computer and be done with it. Stop fucking around. Sometimes you got to cut your losses and take an L and being smart. Exactly. That's racing. Yeah, the people that constantly push, it's financially stupid. This might be a stupid question, says Chris for Life, but I have 14 GT, Paxson, supercharger, ID 1050, booster pump, Gen 3 illuminator installed by a shop. Do I need a revision? If it was running fine before, and all they did was a Gen 3 illuminator, it's a good idea to at least get a data log in to see if the car's running okay. Rad Dad says, my 2023 Ford FP700 F150 is terrible. That Whipple warranty sucks. Buyer beware. Oh, misinformation, Alex. You're just putting on misinformation. You don't think I know? You don't think I personally know people that have had a Whipple kit or a Ford Performance kit with a Whipple supercharger on it, bust its cats, blow up the motor, and be denied a warranty? Come on, stop it. Stop it. Brandon Horton says, finally here, dropping my like. Does 700 horsepower car need a 3-inch exhaust or a 2.5 be fine? Headers at FFE. It's better to have more airflow, but I think you'll be fine with a 2.5. I would prefer as big as can fit without being obnoxious. Alex, I'm at the limits of ESS G3, currently at 10% lower and 87.5 millimeter pulley. It's seeing 150, 170 IATs in 70-degree weather. Yep, that's high. You're either going to run meth down the bitch and relocate the IAT to the manifold, or get a better intercooler. Methinks probably a passive leader Coyote PCM, a Coyote wiring harness. Yeah, or just a control pack. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? What do you repeat what I say and think it's a... You know what I think should happen? What Alex just said 10 minutes ago. The people that push, it's not their car. What can the ESS G2 make up to on a Gen 3? Well, the G2 is severely limited. The head unit isn't awesome. I know that a G3X with a 120 millimeter pulley makes 700 on race gas 19 degrees. So that means pump gas 690. So a G2 on a 120 is like 600. It's like 100 horse difference, you know, or maybe 80. So you're going to get to the point where you're probably going to start to cavitate, or you're going to go way past the efficiency island of that compressor map. And it's going to maybe not make any more power, let's say under 110 millimeter, 100 millimeter pulley. All you're going to do is make heat. So I don't think shoving a 100 millimeter pulley on a G2 is a smart idea if that blower is not designed for that. I hope you don't get rid of GT500. It's motivating me to get my shit dialed, but I understand the circumstances. It would be cool to see it run 8 stick. My thought process, Kilometers, is to run 8 stick. I am determined to run 8 stick. If L&M says, hey, you got to buy this and that, and it's going to be an extra $3,000, I'm going to just fucking pay it, okay? it's going to get built. Okay. It's going to get built, but I'm going to hate doing it because in the last 3 months, I spent over $40,000 on shit. I'm not flexing. I've saved this money for a while. $30,000 on the cage, Fairmont. The Corvette, $2,000 on the clutch, $1,000 on the torque tube. Then Ben Callum, I'm sure, is going to charge me a little bit of money to do all that shit that he's doing. So I'm anticipating a couple grand there. And now I might be into this motor for another 5 or so. I mean, that's nuts. And if it's another 10, I'll pay it. I won't like it. And then I got to buy a Turbo 400 for the Fairmont. I got to buy the rear end for the S197. I got to buy the converter for the S197. I got to buy the drive shaft for the S197. Understand, I'm investing in this channel, like a lot. Boss 2 seems like the best all-around car. Basically already built motor, ready for power, just needs clutch and drive shaft, and it should be boogie. Exactly. That would be my next purchase if I ran the number that I wanted to run in the S197. I'd sell it and get a Boss and do it again with the Boss. How much does a tune cost for a 2011? LundRacing.com. Just put a 5.4 in the 500 and trade it to a dealership. No, that's what scumbag YouTubers do. Is ESS ever going to release the F150 kit, or did they drop it? Anybody know? I don't know. Chris for Life says, thank you. I have driven it for almost 2 years, and I think I blew a head gasket doing dumb shit. I'll data log it once it's installed. You got it, brother. Lorenzo says, would you sell the GT500 to get a D50, or you're done with Mustangs? I don't think I get a 350, to be honest with you. I think I really should start concentrating on making the Fairmont a badass race car, or as badass as I can make it. If I'm going to buy anything in the future, foreseeable future, understand, I have a GT500, I have a ZR1, I have a S197, I have a Fairmont, and an Escalade. It's a stupid lineup. If I ever bought anything else, I would obviously have to get rid of something. Either the GT500 or the S197. The last car I'm going to get rid of is the GT500. I just have too much invested in it. But if it becomes financially irresponsible to keep fucking with it, I'll sell it as a roller. No problem. Sell the motor, sell the trans. The trans is 10 grand, so it's all good. I would buy a Factory 5 Cobra, a Backdraft Cobra, or a Boss 302. I've always wanted a Backdraft or Factory 5 Cobra. I've always wanted a tiny little crazy, I'm going to die, holy shit, Coyote twin turbo, holy shit, the world is going to end, Factory 5 or Backdraft or Superformance Cobra. That is, to me, bucket list. But that's straight cash money. That's nothing you can finance, right? So you're going to be into it for $80,000 for a complete Backdraft Cobra running NA Coyote. Then I ship it off somewhere and say, install a twin turbo kit that's custom, ship it back to me, I tune it, I fucks with it, put a fuel system in it, and see if I can make 1100 wheel on a tiny little rocket like that and see how things go. And cloud chase. Alex, the Viper fund depleted? There is no Viper fund. The Fairmont and the GT500, there is no Viper coming. Hey, is there an update on the ESS making a kit for S197? No, but let's go to Facebook and I'll show you what the potential is of that kit. I'm hoping that Junior posted it on the Lund Racing page, but we have a shop that retrofitted one of them in there. Something went wrong. Please try again at a later time. Oh, what's wrong? Facebook is not working? Oh, look at it. Facebook is all fucked up. Yeah, Facebook is like telling me to fuck off. Let me see. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, weird. It kept telling me something's fucked up. D&G put a ESS kit on a Gen 1. They retrofitted it, made it work. And if I'm not mistaken, it went fucking like 9.2 at like dumb like with a 5C converter or some shit. Let me see. Is there a let's go to Instagram. See, the problem with D&G is he reps all the fucking clowns I don't like. I love him, but he reps all these fucking clowns that I don't like. He's always hashtagging them in his shit. And I'm like, bro, could you not? But you know, I get it. It's a shop, so they got to do what they got to do. Here we go. D&G. Okay, so let me pause it here. Okay, so this is sorry, an ESS equipped Gen 1. Let me see, pause it here. Headphone users warning, it might be loud, so it is Instagram, and he's hashtagging all the fucking clowns. All the fucking clowns. I think it went like 9. Could you just tell me what it ran? I think it went 9.3 or something. I think it went 9.3 or 9.2. So, guys, these ESS kits with the right converter, suspension setup, they're the truth. And you could say it's a wish blower. You could say it's a bottom of the barrel blower. They fucking roll out. Vega, Valley 10-speed, when I had it, made good power. D&G, Coyote House built one, makes good power. Gen 1 with an ESS, stop it. Gen 5 Vipers, yeah, exactly. Gen 5 Vipers are now at a different stratosphere. They're in fucking Pluto. It's unreachable. The new 1320 vid had a Fairmont. I almost thought it was you. AC Cobras can be financed through Superformance with a Coyote and a blower already in it. Sam 50, stop it. Superformance.com. Stop it. I could swing it. I could swing a payment. Let's go. Let's do some shopping. Blower and Coyote. I can swing a $2,000 a month payment. No problem. For what, 5-6 years? Shit. I could just sell the GT500. Okay. No. Yes, this one. Yep. I want the hard top. Oh, you motherfuckers don't have a hard top? Come on. Damn, that looks good. That looks good. Damn. Oh, fuck, these are hot. All right, let's. All right. Superformance CSX 1000. Shelby. You guys got Shelby badging in the bitch? Watch it come with a 7.3 liter gay shit. Standard equipment, blah, blah, blah. Is there any financing? Parts ownership? Photo gallery? Dealers? Okay, dealers. Oh, okay. But fuck it, we'll do it live. Where are we? Where the... India. Whoa, this internet's fast, son. Oh, we got a Superformance right near my house, bitch. Let's go. Okay, what the fuck is this? Hillbank Motorsports. Hillbank, USA. Yeah, sure. Watch it be porn. There we go. All right. Oh, shit. Oh, my Lord. What? Oh, fuck. Shelby 65. What are you doing? Not a collection. I want it. Models. Come on. Stop it. Mark III? Is it a Mark III? Yeah, sure. Mark III. Let's go. Here we go. The R. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that bitch. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, well, what the fuck? Price. Engine and transmission. Installation kits are available from 4302. What about Coyote? Oh, hey, Sam, send me a link. Fucking get that going. Finance 120,000. I'd rather buy that than a Viper. Fuck. Hardtop is an option. Guys, do me a favor. ydbtforlife@gmail.com. Send me links. I want a hardtop black. It's all blacked out. Black on black on black on black. It's going to be an all blacked out motherfucker. And I want it with a Coyote. Let's go. Cute Miata. Hey, say what you want. Time to sell the C6. I'd sell that shit in a heartbeat for a fucking Cobra. If the option is sell the C6 and the GT500 for a twin turbo Superformance Mark III, count me in. I got the S197. I got the fucking Fairmont all fucking day. Hi, Alex. I have a 211 build in my 2011. What's max safe PSI to take it up to? Well, if you got bananas in the tailpipes, you can take it up to 10. No, rear wheel horsepower. Forget PSI. 850, 800 rear wheel horsepower is quote unquote safe with a crank gear and a O-pump gear and a crank sprocket. Aftermarket. Project Splick-ack. Next week episode, GT500 is gone. Alex is rolling into Cobra. You mean near your one-bed studio? The funny thing is, one of the guys, I was in my garage today prepping the Fairmont for paint, meaning I'm going to paint the inside, the cage. It's going to be a fucking process, but I'm going to do it because get you guys some video. So the guy goes, this one's yours too? And I go, yeah. And he goes, you got 3 garages? I go, yeah. They're only $175 each. And he goes, only? I go, sir, do you know how expensive it is to get a storage unit up the street that fits a car? $350 to $500 a month. And you can't work on it. Here I have 110 power and they let me do whatever the fuck I want. They're $175 each. He's like, I can't afford that. So I started going, interesting. I have 3 garages in West Palm Beach in a 2.2. And people would dare say that that's a bad thing. Okay. You need a Shelby Daytona Coupe? Hell no. Well, an ESS on a Gen 2 manual run mid-9s. Sixsuki, did you not pay attention to Eric Vega's car? It went 9.4 at 147. The bitch is rolling. I want to see the ZR1 rip it first, though. Yeah, look, no one's going to buy that ZR1. You guys want to know something? That ZR1, I don't think can chase $55,000 because of the mileage, the amount of owners it's had. The condition is a 7 out of 10. It looks great. It's a good 10-footer. You know, you start nitpicking at it. You're like, I don't think it's worth, 60. So I don't think I could sell it for 50. But let's say I run 9s, make it really pretty, clean it up, put some cylinder heads and a cam and 2300 and make, a fuel system, which is $10,000 more dollars. Maybe I can get 60 for it. But then I have to put another 10 in it. It's so stupid. It's just chasing your tail. Hajistretsu. I'd sell my girlfriend for one of those Cobras, says Starkey's wife's boyfriend. Alex is going to do it live and get the Cobra. Yep, I got oil pump gears and crank sprocket, fuel system, and a clutch. Great. Suki, maybe if you launch it hard as fuck. And thank you for the answer. You got it, Ben. Enormous Tit says, I thought you lived in a 1-bedroom apartment, not a 2-bed, but it was wrong. I was wrong, IG. Yeah, I say I live in a 1-1 as a joke because my 2.2 is bigger than most of these guys that live in Kansas' fucking houses. A Super Performance Daytona Coupe, I don't like it. I don't like a Super Performance Daytona Coupe, bro. Let's go look. Why do you... I like the fucking Roadster. The Daytona Coupe looks stupid in the back. Not a fan. Let me go. Factory models. That's ugly. That is ugly. No. Look at the back. That looks hideous to me. That looks fucking hideous, bro. I don't know what planet you're on, but to me, that's shit. It's got AC? Oh, man. Wait. It's got AC? It's Florida. Shit. If it's got AC, we might be talking. Let's go look at the... Oh, man. Oh, wait. Whoa. It's black. I don't know. Nah. I like the Mark III. The Mark III, Billy Badass. The R, the 30th anniversary. The R looks good. Look at the R. Look at the fucking front lamp. Oh. The custom series? How much are these bitches? Specifications. A bunch of bullshit. I just want it built. I want it done. And I want it financeable. Be done with it. Oh, that'd be so great. Oh, that'd be a dream. Looks like a speed racer car. Yeah, I'm not a fan. The car market is crazy right now, Alex. You might be able to get 63 on the vet. If I get 60 on the vet, run a 9, it's gone. Run an 8 in the GT500, it's gone. Let's just keep shit moving. Oklahoma, Alex. Oklahoma, no emissions is pretty baller, though. 3.2 with the 5 acres and a shop, $325K, but you have to wear respirator every day. No, thank you. Factory 5 makes Daytona Coupe with the Illuminator 5.2 XS. The rear end kills it. It does. Front looks like a Mini Cooper. It does. The back does look like dog shit. It does. Spicy Datsun. Absolutely. If I wanted to go without AC, I'd buy a ragdown Honda. Not about that life for a street car. Alex, I have an F150 fuel system for 85, 3.2 pulley, and headers with Lund tune. What would you recommend next? Thanks for your opinion. Do you have a Whipple? La Pulga? Pulley down. Pulley down, puto. Let's go. 2.8. Blow it up. Someone said bumble swipes. I wish. I get 110-degree summers. I change my tune too once AC becomes a part of the equation. Yeah. AC, game changer. My GT500 does not have AC, but I still carry around all the AC components in the hopes that one day some sucker is going to put it in for me because I don't want to put it in. Alex said only Daytona he would get would be the Diddy edition. I'm not sure about the Diddy edition because it sounds like they're getting pretty slammed up. Diddy edition.
Ah, this smells like jelly beans.
Sent an email for YWT for a link to a Gen 3 swapped Cobra, black. No roof, though. Let's see. Gmail. Let's see. Phil Fesenthal, good guy. Drove all the way the fuck down here from like fucking Alabama or fucking Tallahassee or some shit. Man, it's a good guy. You know, I met some really good people that buy shit off me. If you guys know anyone that wants those Bellacs for the Fox body, I'll give you guys like $100 or $200 finder's fee. I got to get $2,500 for them. So if you guys find they're 50 by 10 by 50 by 10, 6.5 inch backspacing, 4.5 inch bolt circle, 2 Bellacs with DOT pros, $2,500. If you get me a buyer, I'll give you $100, $150, maybe $200. Phil Fesenthal, here we go. Vanguard Motor Sales? Oh. Dude, I could swing this, no problem. See, the problem is, though, we are reaching Viper territory, but, this is better than a Viper, in my opinion. I think this is better than a Viper. Reason being is, I can make more horsepower because it's a Coyote. I know what to do. Oh, my Lord. What the fuck? Oh. Guys, sorry, we're going to watch. Oh, my God. Oh. Stop it. Oh, my Lord. Could you imagine me and Clematis with a ghost cammed idle tune? Oh, wait, with two turbos? Oh, my God. Dude. The exhaust is going to have to change, obviously, because of the turbos. I'd have them dumping. Bro, not over the hood like Cletus shit. Oh, my God. Me vengo. Oh, Carlito. It wasn't even turned on, Carlito. People are going to be listening to this on like their headphones and like, what's he looking at? And then you go to the live stream and you go, holy shit, bro. This is it. Black on satin black stripes, matte black wheels. Bro, fuck a ZR1. Oh, Coyote. Bro, I'd stick a TVS on that bitch. Woo! Oh. Phil Fesenthal, thank you so much. Whoa, what a ride. God damn. I could swing that shit, no problem. I could swing that shit right now. But no, I got to put another 10 into the fucking motor. My brother has a 347, one of the scariest cars I've ever been in. Exactly. Bro. That bitch is so bad. Join the Patreon said Alex could get a Cobra. And he put the link up. I love it. I'm 2 minutes behind, but it's not a live stream. If Alex doesn't hit the Diddy clip, you're right. I already hit it. Full mass. The Cobra is something else. Badass. Hella late. See all. Buy this. One garage is all you need. Exactly. Sell all, buy this. No. I need the Fairmont. Fairmont's going to be in my life forever. Oh. I'm not going to say it. But someone said something today about the Fairmont that made me go, I ain't going to say it. Because, they listen. They get all. Understand this. The Fairmont, for those of you that know the Fairmont story, the Fairmont matters to me more than anything ever. The Fairmont matters to me more than I will fucking be buried in that bitch. Everything else can go. That's the car. That motherfucker is the car. You understand? Yeah, it's ugly. It's stupid. But why the fuck did I throw $30,000 into it? Because I'm finna keep that bitch forever. If you know the story, you know why. So for anyone to ever say, well, you're going to fuck with that car instead of, yep. Family? Fuck it. The car. Sorry. Hey, sell the car. Your brother needs delivered. Too bad. Shouldn't have drank so much. Fuck it. Nah. Fairmont is number one in my life. And if a girl comes into my life, Fairmont is above you. Fairmont was with me in Texas. Fairmont was with me when I was homeless and had survived 2 girlfriends. That motherfucker's seen some shit. Get the fuck out of here. Run a number on the ZR1, sell it. Flip that money to the GT500, run a number, sell it too. That's the plan. Taking the Fairmont to the grave. There's 500 watching, 83 of you. Y'all can skip Mickey D once a month to support Alex. Could you imagine? I love the car more than anything I own. Al Bundy. There's a reason it's called Hush Money Mofler. Exactly. I've been gapped by a badass Fairmont. Let him hate. Can you tell the story? I'm not going to tell the story, but I thought you guys knew the story here. Did I not say the story here? I can say the story without mentioning names, but yeah, I already told the story on the previous. Thank you, Phil Fez. Yeah, I already told the story. I don't need to say it again. My shitbox Dodge is your Fairmont. I had it 13 years now, and I'll have it until a knucklehead totals it or I die. Yes, Slow 99. Oh, bro, you have no idea. When anyone from my time in Texas talks shit on me, I just go over and look at the Fairmont and I go, the reason I got that car is because I have more integrity in my fucking pinky than most of the motherfuckers that I met in Texas combined. Fuck all that. Same way with my 2000 Ranger. I have a G8 S550 Whipple car, and I did an LS swap on a single turbo, $7,000, 480 alone, frame off resto, and I'll love it better once. I will love it better once done the fuck other bolt-on shit. Okay. Most of us are new. Too bad. I binged to hear the story. I think it's on Patreon. Yes, you have. We know the Patreon story. You told the part of the story. Link the video that explains how, oh yeah, I'm going to go back through 800 lives and find that one video talking about hush money. What can I do for a P300 code on my 2018 GT? Reported score, make sure that your car doesn't need a crank relearn. RTD, TDN network tuned cars from Lund, you're going to get a P0315 after the car gets tuned. It's just how it is. And can you get rid of it by doing a crank relearn with HP Tuner software? No. Why? I have no idea. You should have to ask them. Or you can buy an LRX, get tuned with an LRX, and there's a crank relearn function on the LRX. That's funny. Does the Fairmont without an engine that was in it make it less nostalgic or more meaningful? The Fairmont right now has no interior. The floors are perfect. This car's 46, my age. It's perfect. The floors still have white on them, and the primer, the undercoating that I scraped off. I scraped about 30 pounds of undercoating off. And I look at that car as a bare shell, and I love it. I love it because I know what it's going to look like. I know in my head, this is going to be badass. For me, it might not be badass for you. You might say, I would have done this or I would have done that. But I have the opportunity to build something 100% to my liking. And I'm going to do so. Cliff Note version of the Fairmont. Nah. I think only Patreon members can get it. Alex about to hit live. I'm the same way with my Camaro, says Rare RS. My dad and I have been building it from a beat up roller since I was 11. Got a C7 and a Grand Marquis, and I can let the C7 go, but can't let the other one go. Understandable. He said the story through a live. Yes, Alex, it's on a Whipple, says La Pulga. Pull it down, Papa, if you got enough fuel system, and get after it. Pick up your next in that car to see if she likes it or not. If she doesn't, ditch her ass. No, I gave one girl a ride in it, and she about died. The last girlfriend I had was super young. Great girl, but super young, and I don't think she ever got a ride in it. Can an N-Gauge do a crank relearn on S197? Yes, it can. You will have to dig. Just watch every video until you find it exactly and help the algorithm. There's a Shelby Backdraft on Vanguard with a VMP blower and Coyote for $150,000. I'm going to do some shopping. You guys are going to have to send me links. Guys, I am tasking you guys with the following. On my email, ydbtforlife@gmail.com. Send me links to Backdraft Cobras or badass, well-built Factory 5 Cobras that already have a Coyote in it. Does not have to be supercharged because my plan is to twin turbocharge a Coyote. It would have to be all custom shit. Again, GT500 has to be done running 8, sold. C6, running 9, maybe sell it. S197 still has to go 9.1. Donnie has to go 9.1. And then by the end of the year, I might be sitting on $150,000 cash going, vámonos. I'm afraid E68 is going to blow up my Mustang with an E85 tune. No, it'll run rich. I would rather you tell your tuner that all you can find is E70 and have him tune you for that. Make a Patreon chat dedicated to Cobra links. Good idea, Slow 99. I understand Theo Alex not wanting to get rid of his Fairmont. It's like me not getting rid of my Fox body. A lot of you guys were mad at me that I got rid of the Fox body. Guys, the Fox body was a business thing. Parts Farm gave me a real good price on it. And the other half was to promote their shit on my live stream. Sponsor. So I carried that sponsorship for a little over a year. Good. Paid up. Ran a 10.7. I got into the tinkering with Fox body stuff and carburetor stuff. I cleaned up the wiring, understood what it takes to run that number, tried a nitro shot. It did not survive the test. And I said, okay, I can still sell it for $8,000. And I did, and it's gone. I actually made money on that setup, which is crazy to me. I'm not like $1,000, but I made money. And that money was carried over, bam, to the Fairmont shit. Fairmont has his bestest more than likely. Factory 533 is sick. Just want to say, what's up, Deal? Says Bullet Bill. I'll finish the video tomorrow morning. Thank you. May have missed it, but does Donnie know about the project, Donnie? Yes, he commented on it. He said, bro, I might have to save up and buy that car off of you. And again, if that car goes 9.1, it's going to go 9.8 with that motor. But I'm not going to blow up that motor. The plan is go 9s in that motor, take that motor out, sell it, put a 321 or a 211 or a Gen 2 F150 motor, with Gen 1 cams, and run it out the back and run a 9.1 with like 20-something pounds of boost with a 2.3. Didn't know you hated Bombera. Was it because of the podcast Shoemaker? I don't hate Bombera or Shoemaker. I don't hate them. They're both shit in my book, but I don't hate them. Hate is a strong word. They're just clown. That's it. Hate? No, they're just two clowns. Are you telling me you'd rather have a $150,000 car than a shitty $500,000 house in Hialeah? Oh, yeah. All day, every day. Took the Mustang out and hurt some feelings. Roush, MT82, 10 PSI, Lund for the win. So if you have a car, I might ride in the AC Cobra. If it doesn't have air conditioning, I don't know. But man, a black, that, Phil Fez, that car. I'm going to keep looking through photos. Let me see if there's like a gallery of like a... Boy, they don't have HVAC. They can't. It's a Roadster. It's stupid. Oh, look at the seats. Yeah, that bitch looks so good. And you know what they fixed on these? That weird, where your feet lay. On Factory 5, you're like off to the side. These are like flatter and wider. $1,252 a month. That doesn't make any sense. 5-speed manual. Oh, so it's got a TKX or something? Boy, black on black is fucking... Bro, I would love to take that out on a Sunday night or Sunday dusk or something. And, or dawn. Dusk till dawn? Dawn? At night, motherfucker. Man, that car is beautiful. Every time I look at it, I'm like, $150,000. Did the fabricator fix a couple of rust holes in the roof of the Fairmont? It doesn't have to, TJ Sikorsky, from the inside, because his job was to stiffen it, not to fix rust. Hate requires energy. Exactly. Check email. Poppy says, Brandon Horton, you got it. Inbox. Backdraft Cobra. It's fucking white, bro. Oh, okay. See, color is everything. $124,000 though. I like that. We could do that for the last 10 minutes. I'm not a fan of this color. I'll be honest with you. It doesn't look nearly as sinister as this. Come on. Come on. Come on. Which one? Come on. 124, 149. Damn, this is another $25,000. Shit, maybe it's worth it. I don't know. That doesn't look as good to me, bro. Nah, that looks basic. To me, that looks basic. This, it just has all the extra bullshit. Nah, it's not even close. I'm going to stick with the black one. Phil Fest for sure sent me the better one there, because you'll be financing the shit. It doesn't matter. We're going to have to get you a sombrero to save your head. I'll wear a hat. It's all good. And put some lotion, what do you call it, sunscreen on my ears, because those will be exposed. $1,252 for 180 months and 20% down. Why can't they have AC? Because it doesn't have a top. It doesn't. It's just blowing out to the wind. Why doesn't it have AC? Working on a deal for 2 London gauges and a GT2 package. Couldn't pass up the deal. Good for you. Black looks way better. Mention again, 10.3, 133 on an E85 23 TVS, 92mm upper stock. Lund, who cares? Thank you, Lund for the win. Fuck. He pretty much made a book out of what he did. Like Ford said himself, you can have any color as long as it's black. The Backdraft has a badass front lip. It has more than a badass front lip. Alex likes some black. You know what I'm saying? Certain things. The black one just has the it factor. My PCM is locked and I don't know, bro, what I can do. Hit up your tuner. Hit up your tuner. Because there's no way a tune caused it. You probably were flashing, and in the middle of it, you got out to get an elote, and the fucking thing bricked. So, hit up your tuner. Tell him what happened. I can't fix it on this chat. The loud pedal is the AC. That's cool. Warm head, cold feet. Sent you black one with hardtop. Just had a dart for $119,000. What do you mean? Let me see. You just sent me shit. Oh, hardtop backdraft. Here we go. Oh, here we go. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. See, you guys might not like this, but I do. I like that hardtop. It's got to be black tint, like really dark. Yeah. Oh, it looks like an English fucking taxi. Yes. Oh my Lord. I'd black this out. Black that. I'd black everything. Black everything. Bro. It was. Oh, que pendejo. Oh, small block Ford. Wait, is that a Godzilla? 434 cubic inch. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Let me see. Dart 3. Wait a minute. Dart 351. 434. Dynoed 580 to the wheels. Oh my God. Fuck. Wait a minute. I might want that. Fuck. A small block Ford. Dart block. Push rod. Shit. 119 though. I still want a Coyote because I could just put a supercharger in it and make 800. I learned my lesson with the small block Ford shit. Nothing holds a candle to Coyote stuff when it just comes to easy power. BBC Big Black Cobra. Am I good running E70 on an ESS Pro Charger 100mm pulley, 6,000 elevation? Yeah, 6,000 elevation, 100mm pulley is probably gonna make 11 psi. Tell your tuner to make the stoic for E70, which is like 10.7. It should be okay. Get the Daytona if you're on a hard top. No, did you see AJ? Did you not see the fucking back of the Daytona? It looks like shit. Bryson, thank you for hanging out there with me, and thank you for sending the links. I appreciate you very much. It has a distributor. It does. Ooh, that diamond stitch. Click start to GoFundMe. Alex, please buy it. This motherfucker, please buy. Alex finna blow a gasket over that motor. Look, if it's a Dart 434 making 580 to the wheels on a 2,600 pound car, guys, that's a 9-second car. That's a 9-second car in the quarter mile. NA, scary fast. I don't know what I do with that, and a lot of torque. Oh no, we suck again. It's a small block Ford. Exactly. The diamond stitch leather. Exactly. Boss block 427/60 over. Who the fuck is hitting me up nonstop? The Lunds have this group chat, and sometimes they just need to chill the fuck out. More power, nothing really peak to peak. I declined that it's normal. 250 guys. Remember that ticket? Okay. I'm not talking work at fucking 9:30 at night. No, I talk work 8 to 4:30. I love the black Daytona. Let everyone losing see the shitty rear end. Okay. Bought LRX and get 93 to an octane car came to life. Good for you. The back of the Daytona looks like some gay boat from the 60s. I don't even think that's heavy. Sam's right. I don't even think it's that heavy. If it's like 2,500 pounds, let me see. Does it say? Hold on. Chassis, engine and transmission, dimensions. Oh my God. Look at the weight, guys. This is the other one, the Superformance deal. Look at the weight. 351 motor, 2,400 pound. 427 motor, 2,500 pounds. 460 motor, 2,600 pounds. What the fuck? Does it say the weight here? Body, underneath. 355 gears, TKX 5-speed, Coyote, 4-point, financing, yeah. Apply for financing. Oh, dude, what is this weigh? If this is 2,600 pounds, this Coyote version is 2,500 pounds. 944 miles it's used. Oh my, more details. Oh no. G2, 950 miles, 355, LED lights, Cobra, okay, whatever. Anyway, so 2,500 pounds, 580 rural horsepower, probably runs 950s. Probably stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid car. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. So today we talked about only knowing half the story. The 24 Mustang shops are out there telling you that E30 is fine, 900 horsepower is fine with 260 GT, all this stuff, while they're not actually seeing what's happening with the fuel pressure, the injector duty cycle, or anything that the tune is commanding. All they're going by is short-term fuel trim data, it may be AFR, it may be just performance. But just like we showed on my personal vehicle, AFRs were fine, short-term fuel trim were fine, but the fuel pressure was dropping under 48. And I said, nope, that is danger zone. Eric Vega ran a 9.4 at 147, and his fuel system was shit. But again, fuel trims and AFRs looked fine on the log. So just because you're seeing AFRs and fuel trims be happy, that does not mean there isn't underlying issues that might clue you in as to future issues at that power level. And the shops don't have access to that. So take what they say with a grain of salt. And I'm sure they're going to refute it on Facebook, say, you don't know what he's talking about. Show me fuel pressure. Show me what's happening when you're E30 making 850 real horsepower through a 90% duty cycled 2020 GT500 injector, which I suspect is in there. It is crazy stuff that's going on out there. Have a good rest of your night. I will see you guys on Thursday for IDBT Daily. Talk a little shit then. Hang out. We'll see you then. Have a good night. See you later.